Have a look at that, son. Is that going?
Yours isn't on. Your screen.
Yeah, right. It should be coming up. Right, wall sharpening. Have you checked? Is it coming through?
Your video in there, but
Right,
I heard
wait.
you.
It's on the wall sharpening one. It is. Hold on. Yeah, it's on. It's on the wall sharpening. It is. Right. I'll
Yeah.
share this over to my page now, and then you can share it. Right.
Roger, Dodger.
I've just shared it to you. Have you checked? Is it coming through?
Your video in there, but I heard you.
Right.
It's on the wall sharpening one. It is. Hold on.
Right. I've just shared that now. Right. Wall sharpening, guys. We've got Smudger on again. My mucker Smudger. How are you doing, buddy?
Good, man. I still can't see you, though.
Oh, it's
I like to speak
right.
to someone.
You are virtual cameras.
There you
on.
are.
There it is. Oh, the
New equipment.
the new computer's fucking me right over, yeah. But yeah,
You got it there. You got there in the end, mate. You got there in the end.
Fuck, mate, you wouldn't believe how long it's taken me setting up this fucking thing.
I can imagine, mate. It's all difficult stuff, isn't it? Really, it's quite technical.
I've had some right nightmares trying to sort this podcast out. There's been so much fucking stuff, and then you overcome one issue, and then something else comes up. Then, but yeah,
well, you're chasing your tail, aren't you? Chasing your tail with stuff like this. You got there in the end.
Got that in the end, mate. I can see the big mandala behind you. Now, I love doing a lot of tattoos. I do it all like mandala work and stuff like that. And
yeah.
I love doing them. I do the symmetrical shapes in them.
Geocentric, I like geocentric.
A bit of
do some on me if you wanted. I'll come down and get some.
Come down, I'll sort you out, son. Don't worry about that. Well, you're gonna come down anyway. Anyway, you're gonna have to pop your head in, and we'll get you in the chair, like.
So, of course, man. I love the Welsh. Anyway, I'm a big fan of the Welsh.
Yes.
Well, any Celts really.
Yeah.
The Irish, the Scottish, the Welsh. I've always been a big lover of them all. So yeah, good.
Have you shared this now?
I'll do a share it. I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll do this. You show me and I'll do it.
Go on
and share.
Go on to mine. Go on to your Facebook and then just share.
Right.
Share. I tagged you. I don't know if I've tagged you in it. I've sent it to you though, and you.
Yeah, I hope you did. Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Oh, anyway, I've got you. Right, so.
Yeah. Wait. Have you got it? Have you shared it?
Yeah, I'm sharing it now, man. I'm sharing it now. There we are, brother. Got you one. Shared.
Awesome.
Got you.
Right. Well, you were there at the fight yesterday, weren't you? Well.
Yeah. It was a good day, man. It was. There's a few little hurdles, a few little obstacles, but other than that, we got there.
What were the obstacles?
Just people
trying to get in, like, and you go fucking
try to get
idiots still thinking these masks fucking work. Like, what the fuck?
Well, the thing is, mate, they were not wearing masks, but it was a test, man, and I'm not about them tests. Why do I need to be tested by anyone?
Well,
it's
control.
I'm breathing. I'm alive.
Yeah. It's control, mate. That's all the fucking whole thing is. That's
man.
That's what it's all about, mate. It's about fucking control. If anybody can't see that.
I've seen a lad called Zach who was wearing a mask. He was actually on my live, and he's actually a good lad. I've met him a few times, and he just stood there in front of me while someone about these tests. Yeah. I said, "What the fuck are you wearing that mask for?" I said, "You scared of breathing?"
Yeah.
He looked at me, "What?" I said, "You scared of breathing? You're scared of breathing? The God's there that got give the oxygen. It gives you life. You're scared of breathing it." And he went, I said, "Come on, take it off. Come on, let's be a good boy." And he took it off and I empowered him.
I seen
And he
it.
was happy after that.
I saw the video. Yeah, it's just fucking mental, mate, that they're trying to fucking stop people going places. But when it suited them to have the fucking football stadiums open with all those fucking people fighting and fucking God knows what, that's all right. That is, it fitted their fucking agenda.
Yeah, it's the Roman Colosseum, innit? Feed them, water them, entertain them.
Yeah,
The world is yours.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
the world is fucking nuts, innit? It's fucking mental at the minute. But that's all you can do is just sit back, observe. And I was saying the other day, right? When the film COVID-19 comes out and our, offspring who are watching it, they'll be saying, how the fuck were they stupid enough to fall for that? Nothing made sense. They contradicted themselves all the way through it. They moved the goalpost left, right and centre. How did people follow suit? Like,
It's just, well, in every sense of the word, it's sheepish, isn't it? People just following the crowd, and
well, yeah,
popular belief is a damaging belief, because popular belief is the winner, no matter what.
yeah.
People, if the population believe it to be true, then it's going to be true.
Yeah, they're like farmers, though, aren't they? They just milk us dry and then send us to the slaughter. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
they don't care about us. They don't care about us, so.
Nah, man. We'll look at that pharmaceutical. Take the pH out, which is what we are. We're pH balanced. We're meant to be alkaline. Put the F on there. You got farmer. What do farmers do? Cultivate. So we're getting cultivated by a big farmer.
Yeah. Well,
So,
they run everything, though. But if you look really deep into how far this goes, people think it's fucking all. Cause it's not conspiracies. Like, it's there in black and white if you go and look at it. But you're not going to see that shit on the news because they don't want to promote it.
no, well, TV is the most damaging thing in our lives, I think. Well, damaging to our minds as a visual, but there's a lot more damaging things going on right now. But we'll get into that later on.
Yeah.
However, TV is definitely not a fucking good thing in your house. I've got a big one in front of me. It's always
I know. No, I watch a lot of TV, but I don't get brainwashed by things that don't add up. Like,
careful where
I
you
like
tread with that,
films.
because I'm telling you now,
I like films.
Flash frequencies do your mind right.
Yeah.
Flash frequencies attack this side of the brain. Now, you might not be able to see it happening because your eyes can only pick up so much, but your brain picks it all up. So what's happening there is your five senses are feeling good because you're watching something on TV and I think it's all good. But the flash frequencies are attacking your mind, having you feel different.
Yeah,
inside.
it does.
So that's twisting your mind.
Yeah, it does. I know it does do stuff like that. It does do stuff to your mood. It does do. Yeah. I'm fucking love films, mate. I can't help it. Like.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, you can get a lot of messages in films. There's a lot of messages in a lot of films that we don't really pick up on. Or some people do, but the majority of people, the population don't.
No.
There's always a message in there, and if you really know how to look for them, you'll find them. Give a lot of truths.
Yeah, you can pick. I suppose this stuff you can pick out from anything, but at every top of every sort of industry, whether it be music, TV, government, there's people who are just greedy. They just want control. They want more.
That's all it is.
More for them, less for us.
Yeah, influence is control. Inspiration is freedom, and influence is control. If I stood you in the middle of the field and I was some sort of teacher of sorts, and you was a young boy, or any sort of man that's willing to accept what they're told, which most people are. And you said you can only go to that corner or that corner of the field. They would only go to them two corners. If you said to them, go to any corner of the field and show them that you can by doing it yourself, then you're inspiring people. And that's the difference between influence and inspiration. Because one's freedom and one's control.
Yeah. But what they try and do now with people who are influencing what doesn't fit their agenda is they're being fucking silenced. They're being told they're conspiracy theorists. They get wiped off every fucking social media platform. It doesn't fit the agenda of what they want you to believe. And the other places that do things like that are places like North Korea. They control everything they see. They control everything.
Yeah. My stance on North Korea is this. They're keeping their people contained because they don't want them to get involved with the outside world because they see just how satanic it is. That's my view on it. Yeah. I don't think that King Jong-il was ever really that much of a bad man. I think he was set up his armies and making sure that his country was survivable.
Yeah,
I mean, it might be a regime, but it's a regime of sorts to keep people
from
it's the control, knowing the outside world.
Yeah, it's the control factor though. Like
Yeah.
of
I
trying.
don't agree with that. But
No, of if somebody wants to go and look into, because when you start controlling information and you start controlling, what people are seeing and changing narratives of what they are meant to believe, because when you're only being told one side of a story, you're not getting the full story.
yeah, you're right, man. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Do you know?
I just think that I think like Saddam Hussein was a good man. I think Colonel Gaddafi was a good man. I think these people were good men. They were shot down in flames because they believed the system was bullshit.
Well, this is another thing though, is we are all lied to and told things from the news perspective. Now, I always used to watch it and you'd think, right, yeah, that they keep pushing that terrorist attacks were happening. So then you'd be looking in and you'd be like, oh my God, like they're attacking us. But what you've got to look at is the reasons they are attacking us is because our armies are being sent in and attacking them in their homes, into their countries. We are crossing a border like to go and attack them. So they are annoyed about that.
Once again, mate, I just see things differently. I'm an outside the box thinker, and I see things from different angles, and therefore, if you change the way you look at something, the thing you look at changes.
Yeah.
So I don't see it like that. I see it like we create our governments create an issue. They offer a solution by sending us over there, and they get what they want out. But whilst they're doing this, they're destroying the things that they want to destroy and gain the things they want to gain. So
that's
soldier,
exactly what I'm saying.
Sold your soul for death.
Yeah.
Soldier. You sell your soul for death, right? Now, I don't agree with the army anymore. I was in the army and I've been there and done that, and therefore I know I've got the experience. But I see that, it's all one big theatrical drama for them. It's just to create fear. Yeah. And the more fearing, the more shut down your brain becomes, because you just keep wanting to survive, and survival mode is just your five senses, not your sixth sense. You're not using the side of your brain, your creative side, because whenever you're in a fear state, you've got the masculine energy of the man, the Adam, who wants to defend the Eve, which is the women at home.
Yeah.
So realistically, I mean that as a euphemism as well, as in we want to protect this side by coming out with this side and getting aggressive.
Yeah.
And therefore they give us the illusion of fear and saying that we're all going to die or they're going to attack us next. And
scare tactics. It's scare tactics. That's exactly the point. Though what you said there then is exactly the point I was getting at.
My apologies.
Yeah, it's like it's a big game of Monopoly for them. They're playing with lives. They're going in, but they're not going in because they care about what Saddam Hussein was, how he was treating his people, and it's nothing about that. There's hidden agendas behind it all that.
Oh yeah.
And then the news is pushed, and they're like, look at this, get everybody on side, and then there's hidden agendas that people don't know about. Yeah,
they're in billions from wars. I mean, they're known to earn billions. They give contracts to their own people to earn that money. They're all in the business with each other.
Yeah,
and it's plain to see. It's easy to see, but you have to be able to, put your head over the parapet and actually take a look instead of just being sat in your houses and sitting in front of your scaremongering TVs.
Don't just read the news. Like, look at things. Look at There's three sides to an argument, and there's your side, my side. There's the truth then at the end of the day, because the stuff we're being told, you can't just take what the government are pushing. When you've got scientists coming out who are government funded, who are coming out saying how safe it is. Well, yeah, you're going to say that. You're on the government payroll. I'd rather listen to somebody who isn't on the government payroll, because they aren't being controlled by somebody, even though they still are being controlled, because the ones that have come out have been silenced. These people have achieved amazing things, curing diseases, and then they're completely outcast
or killed off.
Killed off. Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't. Nobody should have their voice silenced. It should be met with, obviously, if you've got people who are racist or whatever, then you can't go down that road at the end of the day. But what you need to do is, with things like this, you can't just silence people who are. If you've got nothing to hide, have a healthy debate, openly, publicly, talk about it, and get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, true.
True. If you can prove them wrong, You know, if you're saying what they're saying is a conspiracy, then prove them wrong openly. But they won't do that because they know it. They'll get ripped to pieces.
Well, that's what that word was. Well, that phrase was coined by the FBI, wasn't it? You know, conspiracy theorist. It's to discredit the people that are speaking truths, so they look crazy to the crazy people. Because crazy people, they think the same.
Yeah.
But they're just doing the crazy. All the rest of the crazy people are doing. But the same people ask themselves crazy because they see all the crazy people doing the crazy fucking things.
I know. Yeah. It is though. But the thing is, people are still saying it's a conspiracy theory, even though it's all slowly happening. And they're like, no, that's happening because of the... And it's like, right, just take a step back a minute and just have a look. Just look at it from a different perspective, for God's sake.
It's cognitive dissonance, isn't it? It's the belief in the system that you've been taught by. And as soon as someone comes and tells you the truth, you tell them it's a lie and reinforce your lie by telling them the facts that you've been told, which are all lies.
Yeah.
So you're in a bit of a fucking, you know, you're between a rock and a hard place.
I know.
Catch-22. You can tell them until you're blue in the face. You can give them all the evidence you want to give them, and you've got more than enough, more evidence than they've got.
More than they've got, yeah.
And yet you're still met with a rock and a hard place. But let's move on to the fighting last night, because I think that was quite exciting. It was quite a good show.
Yeah,
we can talk about me and you, Sean, because we get into these conversations. They're quite deep out there.
Oh God, yeah, we get into some fucking deep conversations, man. The problem is there's not many people who do look deeply into some of these things, so people don't really know about them. Plus the spiritual side of things that, you know, I reckon everybody should just be on DMT. It's a spiritual fucking awakening, for God's sake. It brings everybody closer. It makes you more understanding of other people's feelings. It makes you, it opens your mind.
Yeah, well, the people that like their minds being open are scared of what they might find.
Oh God, yeah.
Right.
People, is. People are scared. Like, people would be scared to do it, and it's understandable. But there's no way that should be categorized as a drug. It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, you know why they do it, mate? Because
I know.
They get told about drugs and these trips and stuff. Well, what they did is back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, even the 60s, they introduced these drugs into bad environments with bad intent, with bad vibes, with alcohol involved, because alcohol's obviously, and it brings out your inner inhibitions. And what happens is people get overconfident, egotistical. And while they're on it, because they're doing it with a bad intention or they're a bit confused in their mind, it creates a trip. Yeah. But actually, it's a journey. A trip gives you illusions and fucks with your mind, whereas a journey actually opens your mind if you do it with good intent.
It's a different thing.
And that to see within is what's without. You understand things and understand things so much more easier.
Yeah, it's a different thing. Like, I know my experience after doing it, I was like this isn't a fucking drug. This is fucking mental. Like this is.
Oh, as well.
I've left my body, but I'm still conscious and I'm experiencing, and it feels so familiar. It's like I've been here before. I know this, even though I've never been there before. Or have I?
Well, we'll get on that. I think what they did is, anyways, they created a paradigm, an illusion that any of these things you take are a drug, and drug is obviously now associated with things that might harm you on the bad scale of things. That is, you know, like, so if you're taking mushrooms and, you know, because people take them with bad intent, then they become a trip, and then people say, oh, can't take them, I'm scared of them, because someone's told them a story about something like 10 years ago. The biggest, you know what I mean? Someone's burnt his bollocks off, now no one wants to burn the bollocks off anymore.
Yeah. The biggest thing with bad trips, though, I think, is to do with when you won't leave go. Your ego's fighting it, and you try and fight it, and then that's what makes it go into you've got to literally surrender yourself. It's a medicine. It's a fucking medicine. It is, like, you know, I same as cannabis, right? Look at the bad name, and this is how much people follow what the government say. Oh my God, it's a drug, it's terrible. If they would have tested it and worked out the medicinal benefits for that plant, right, instead of banning it, and then once they ban it and make it illegal, scientists aren't allowed to do the tests then on stuff like that.
It's already been done as I'm concerned. They already know about cannabis. Cannabis is it grabs the highest vibrational frequency from the sun, which is the violet. That's why you get purple hair, and it just soaks in all the light, obviously, and that's why you get purple hair. But because it's highest vibration, when it hits your body, it creates an high vibe condition that stops all the acidics and the cancers from surviving.
Yeah.
And I've mentioned this quite a few times now to people. It's called the endocannabinoid system. If you go on the research site, you'll see that we've actually got a system within us that lets us eat this plant.
Yeah.
There's good and bad in all plants.
Yeah.
There's a duality, and there's certain plants you can and certain plants you can't eat. And that's one of the plants you should really be eating because it opens up your mind.
Yeah.
And helps your body.
What's your take on, life after death?
Yeah.
And not just that, I was going to lead in with something else, because it's not just life after death, but evolution, right? What was before? Because the Egyptian pyramids, the way they've been cut, they can't replicate. There's drill holes going right through that have been obviously done with some sort of. You couldn't do that by hand, like this. Too clean, this precision.
Yeah, they had tools that we don't have this day. They couldn't replicate that, all like I said. But I believe that everything is energy, vibration, and frequency, and therefore nothing ever dies. We just transfer from one thing to another. I do believe in body, spirit, and soul.
Yeah.
More recently, obviously, I've opened my mind with the things that I've discovered with meditation, with just letting myself go, letting the ego go, really. Just, I'm not giving a fuck what people think, and just go researching and enjoying life and enjoying nature. Because I've done that, I've started to see things in a whole lot different perspective.
Yeah.
And it's all about perspective, isn't it? Everything's about perspective, how you see things. Because none of us see things the same. Not one person sees it the same.
No.
We've all got an individual outlook on life and a way we want to get through life. And I mean, even your voice is never the same as someone else's. No matter how much it sounds the same, your vibrational frequency of your voice is different. But I'd say that there's such thing as life after death, because nothing ever goes. Every be a bit of energy transfer. So where you might go after this, we don't know. But I don't believe that we die. I think it's just our bodies, our flesh that goes.
Yeah.
I believe that we was the Egyptians, the Celts were the Egyptians. Nova Scotia, she created the Celts, the Irish, the Scottish, the Welsh. So I think we derive from the Egyptians.
Yeah. Because the reason I bring up Egyptians and stuff, it is like on some of the DMT journeys, I should say. I was going to say trip. I was seeing Egyptian hieroglyphics. I was in like this machine on one of them, and I was going through. The colors were all like the brightest golds, and it was like Egyptian hieroglyphics on every single plate that was going like a conveyor belt and all twisting into each other. And I was going through this machine, and I was just thinking to myself, why the fuck am I seeing Egyptian hieroglyphics? What the fuck is going on? Like,
well, you can't put something where it never was.
Yeah.
So it must have been in your mind already.
Yeah.
So you're actually born with a knowledge of a lot more than we believe we're born with.
Yeah.
In fact, we're born with a lot of knowledge that gets taken away from us.
Yeah.
Through spells and hypnosis. We're hypnotized. We get hypnotized every day by words.
Yeah.
Words create the illusion we live in. But I do. I believe in the afterlife. I believe that we're being reincarnated. I believe in a lot of reincarnations. Why not? Why is my belief system to be mocked by anyone else's when their belief system is to go out and do the things they do, and some of the things they do is fucking stupid. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Some videos that get sent to me, I think, wow, is this even for real? I believe that's right. That they should be doing this or they should be doing that. I mean, come on. People put fucking bottles up their asses. I mean, they believe it. But I don't judge them for it. You want to do what to your body?
If that's what you didn't do, crack on. Crack on if that's what you didn't do. Did you cut off and say it again?
I said, if they want to do that, put up their ass, and that's fine by them. But if I want to do ground medicines and meditate, if I want to better myself and open up my mind so I can see the world a lot more clearly, with a lot more precision and consistency, then that's my problem. Like, if they want to make their ring a bit bigger to shoot a bit easier, then back on.
Yeah, if they want to stretch their all, fucking carry on. Like, but no, it's
extreme thing to pull out. But I'm saying, these are weird things to do.
Yeah, well, I don't personally know anybody who's putting bottles up their asses, but there is. I guarantee there's loads.
I've had people send me videos on WhatsApp before, and I've gone after a while.
A 2 litre bottle.
Like, the only thing I ain't seen is a man eat his own head, and I don't wish to see that.
A what?
Let's just stop watching the shit. Had enough.
Yeah. No, it's. I mean, there's some fucked up people out there, and there's some fucked up people out there. But yeah, it's one of those things though that I always think to myself, like, because obviously you've got these pyramids there. You've got the scientists then who are coming out and they're like, yeah, it's been here for this amount of years. Then another scientist, and it's the same sort of stuff that's going on in the science industry that's happening in the government, contradicting themselves. And then when you get another scientist who's come in and said, no, the weathering marks on the pyramids aren't that's from hundreds or thousands of years before what you're saying it was, because there were floods and they had to have been there for the floods to do the damage. But then the guy, I think his name was Robert Spock or something, or Robert Schock, and he's a scientist, and he picked up on that, and he was outcast and ridiculed them by all the other scientists, because they didn't want to look stupid for not picking up on that. So they just cast him aside, like, oh mate, fuck off, you're talking shit. Like,
well, do you know pyramids have got 8 sides? You know that?
The pyramids
got 8 sides. You don't see on certain, like, it's an equinoctius, man.
Yeah, it's something to do with the shape of it. There's a slight kink in there.
Slight kink, right? So there's 8 sides, and not only that, they used to have a gold top.
Yeah.
So like gold caps on the top of each pyramid, because the pyramids are actually used to direct energy up into the ether.
Yeah.
They've got some sort of a magnetic force underneath, like a toroidal field. Like, so I mentioned this earlier on. So a tor stands for torus, and it creates the toroidal field. If you put a magnet on the floor and you put a lot of filings around it, it creates the torus with the filings. Now, a torus creates energy, frequency, vibration to a certain frequency, depending on its use or its practical use, or whatever use it's being put to. Like, I've got one here in this. This is a Tesla biohealer thing I've been promoting. Yeah. And but it's got a toroidal field in it.
You'll have to tell me where to get one of them.
Resonating energy that helps refrequency your body.
Where can you get them from? Hold it up again. Explain what it is to the people.
So this is not an invention by, but a discovery by Tesla from many, many moons ago. It got pushed into the fucking patent fucking vault.
Yeah.
And it's got like a toroidal field, like a donut, but it's made out of certain materials, and it gives off a frequency and vibration of life, of the life force.
Mm.
So it helps heal your body, helps regenerate your body. And I've been carrying that around with me. It's helped heal my back, along with a lot of things I've been doing. Different water, different foods, medicine, breath work, belief, change your belief system, change your mindset.
Yeah.
And things change up nicely. So I've even stopped my abscesses. I used to get abscesses a lot, and that's gone now.
Yeah.
So Tesla learned how to harness energy. He knew about, obviously, he beat Edison at the AC/DC race. So direct current and alternative current. We use alternative current in our houses every day. This is the thing that keeps us going, because if you've got a direct current, it's constant. Therefore, if you touch something like a plug or a socket, it'll just grab you and keep you there.
Yeah.
Whereas an alternate current is pulsing, and it pulsates that fast, but it lets you go.
Yeah.
If you get caught on it, you're able to be freed, and therefore it's more safe for houses. There's lots of things to talk about, but
there's loads.
This is quite intriguing. Tesla kind of got put to the back of the minds of the greatest scientists. He got left behind, and now he's just getting read by people that are interested, that want to find out what's really going on.
They're finding out he was right as well, though, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Because there was stuff he came out about they called him crazy for, and it's like only now they're like, oh no, he was right.
Well, they knew it was, but they wanted.
Yeah, it didn't fit the agenda.
Credit. Yeah, well, the thing is, it's easy to keep a crazy man at bay because everyone else who comes that way then and comes down that same path gets called crazy, so it discourages people from doing that.
Yeah.
But I don't give a fuck if people call me crazy and kiss my ass.
No, who gives a fuck?
I understand a lot of things.
Yeah, because like what people don't realize though is like it's so easy for people to be like, oh, drugs, blah blah blah, this that and the other. It's only looked at as such a negative thing because obviously you've got things like heroin, terrible drugs to be abused, right? But heroin was brought out with a specific reason. There was a good purpose to why heroin was brought out. It wasn't to get people hooked on heroin and, to have them homeless. And it was...
Painful one.
Say it again.
Painful or something.
It was for in the army when people got blown to bits and they were dying but they were still alive. It was to basically take them away from all the pain and just that's what it was for.
It'd be like Asia, just float away with it.
Yeah. So it was to they were dying. It was to help them to just completely take the pain away, take them out of their. It's not going to be a pretty sight if you've had your legs blown off. Do you know what I mean? And I'm talking about when it was discovered and brought out. It was brought out for that reason. But obviously, anything is bad when it's abused. Like you can drink too much water and fucking die. Like, and that's in the taps. Like,
yeah, that's because it's in the taps. That's why you're paying for the fucking water.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Though anything can be abused. It doesn't have to be a drug.
Everything's moderation, and moderation is key. It's your balance. You need balance in your body. You need balance in your life. If you don't, then greed and gluttony take over, and you become a bad person, or you become badly in any way, shape, and form. Be it in your body, be it in your mind, be it in your lifestyle.
Yeah.
But I certainly do believe that there's a lot of technology that we've not seen yet that gets released slowly but surely, like iPhones. I mean, the things we're using right now, they just release it so they can slowly but surely charge you extra and charge you more and charge you more. It's all about...
They probably, with, as for an example, with phones, they're probably about fucking 6 or 7 generations ahead. But they're like, no, we'll just tweak this now, tweak this little thing,
Well, just going to say on that, mate, on the tweaking, do you know that they use 2.4 gigahertz? It's probably one of the most dangerous gigahertz we can use.
Is it?
Of all the frequencies we can use, the radio frequencies, the signals, the satellite signals, all them we use this one, and this one's the most destroying, the most destructive.
Yeah.
And no one gives a fuck.
Well, nobody questions it because they think, oh, it's being allowed, so it must be all right. But people just don't question things like.
Well, I've got one for you. This is a bit of my eye opener. So we were going about earlier on to make aliens and demons and devils and aliens, angels, whatever else anyway. But so if we are on a vibrational plane or a vibrational frequency, which we all are, everything holds its form through vibration. Everything you're looking at is vibrating.
Yeah.
Therefore, the atom that you're looking at now on the wall will not be there later on. It'll be somewhere else, but you won't know that because obviously it's that small.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, and we're living on a centimetre's worth of just for instance, a centimetre's worth of playing field where everything's vibrating within that centimetre, and we can only measure all the millimetres between, which is 10. All right, and we've only got the equipment to measure them millimetres of frequency, and then we can maybe measure the ones in between. But we haven't got the technology to measure them in between that, and them in between that, and them in between that, or them above, or them below. And therefore, you can't see the things that are actually around you on a different vibration because everything creates light. All vibration creates some form of light, and therefore, the higher, the brighter, the lower, the darker. So what do we see? Do we see all vibrations, or do we fuck? And vibrations create geocentric shapes, and geocentric shapes are just a freeze frame of sound. And therefore, we only see it because our eyes let us.
Yeah.
Closed, our minds are closed. If our minds are open, we get to see more light, more vibration. We get to see more of the plane we live on.
Yeah. Don't you find it weird how, like, as humans, we're always looking for answers. We're always looking to discover new things, invent new things, make things easier, make things quicker, make things, But don't you find it weird how we're always trying to look, but there's some stuff we're just never going to. It's this universe is way too complicated for us to understand.
No, I don't believe that at all. I think that we've just been dumbed down for a couple of millennia. I think that we know more than we believe we know, and I think that we know. I think we know everything. We've forgotten. I think the greatest gift we ever got given was to forget.
Yeah, it probably is, like, because there's some stuff I wouldn't want to fucking remember in life. Like, I'm glad I can forget. Like,
well, that you forget things because your pineal gland's calcified. It messes up your
crystallizes,
in your mind.
Isn't it?
All the information. If you've seen the video earlier on, so imagine, right, that we've got all the information in our minds, but we ain't got emotional consciousness. We don't understand consciousness.
Yeah,
like we don't know good and bad. We don't know about being unhappy, being joyful, being in love, doing all these things. Yeah, we don't know it. Learn it, so we have to go somewhere to learn it. But we can't learn it if we know everything already, because we already know it all.
Yeah.
How can we have to learn emotion? You have to get upset. You have to have enemies. You have to love and learn. You have to live and learn.
Yeah.
You have to have mistakes to learn from, because the mistakes are learner's best friend, as my little boy told me, actually.
Yeah.
It's a great look. So, considering that, if we already know everything and we're living on this playing field right now, to learn more consciousness, we have to forget everything to learn from each other, because if we have no enemies, we'll only ever prosper. So we have to have enemies to learn.
Yeah. No, you do. I mean, you're always going. You can have, and I say this all the time. You can have two people who absolutely hate each other. They've been influenced by other people around them saying things. It brings them to a conclusion. Right? I don't like this fucking person before you've even met them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's just narrow-mindedness. That's what I call a weak-minded person.
Easily influenced.
A weak person takes the first opinion or the first truth he has as his own, first that's getting told to him. But an open-minded person accepts everything is told without making a decision, and then in the middle he'll find his truth. He'll find what. I mean, because listen, my truth isn't necessarily someone else's truth. Yeah. I just think that my logic sounds good and it feels good to me and it resonates with what I believe.
Yeah.
So my belief is the same as yours, and some of the stuff I might say might not sound right to you, and therefore that's fine by me. I can level with that. That's not a problem. I love you all the same.
Yeah.
No problems with you. It just means that you are different to me and I'm different to you, and that's good, because we don't want to be the same.
No.
Otherwise, there's nothing to talk.
How shit would this place be if we were all the fucking same, mate?
Yeah, there wouldn't be a talk, would we? Because
No.
you'd be going the same as me. We're going to the same place. We'll be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We know exactly what's going on, and therefore we don't want to fucking talk.
Yeah.
That's what they want us to be. They want us all to be the same.
Yeah.
They want us all to want to be the next person. You notice how many people want to be someone else?
Yeah.
I want to be, wouldn't you like to be Tiger Woods? Or wouldn't you like to be this football player? And I think, no, we'll fucking want. I'm happy being me, thank you.
Yeah. It's, like, why in schools do they not teach the kids about money? Why don't they teach them about taxes? Why don't they teach them about, they teach you to go out and become a worker. They don't teach you about setting up your own businesses and shit like that. Important shit that could potentially create, entrepreneurs, or they don't teach you about any of that. It's just like, right, go and get a fucking job somewhere and work for somebody.
Well, that's because it's called the schooling system, not the schooling system. The schooling system. The fuck with your mind. So it's once again, if you research the word education, it means indoctrination.
Yeah.
And they indoctrinate our children from a very young age. So I'll explain how I see this working. So your kid goes to school, or child goes to school from 0 to 6, and they record everything they see and everything they hear. Absolutely everything they hear and see, they record, because their mind is like a big fucking sponge. It wants to learn.
Yeah.
So when the child goes to school for the first time, it sees this big, beautiful rainbow, which is a peaceful symbol of everything, because the rainbow provides us with all the colours we see within our reality, and it's provided by the sun.
Yeah.
So the rainbow now is in the mind of a child, all the colours. And not all the colours, obviously the block colours, but the colours in between are all there. People just don't see them because they're a bit narrow-minded. Not everybody, but a lot of people.
Yeah.
So then they see in diversity. Now, equality means we should all be equal. Now, that's never going to be possible, because there's 7.8 billion people in the world, not one fingerprint's the same.
Yeah.
So how can we all be? And our voices are different as well.
Yeah.
And then the shape of us.
Yeah.
So we're never going to be the same. even if we fucking get Botox and all this plastic surgery, you're never ever going to look the same as someone else ever. Even
Yeah.
even a twin never looks the same as a twin. Even
No.
the most identical twins
Yeah.
are not the same. They've got something different.
There's something different. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we got onto the diversity. Now, diversity means we should all accept everything. And what does that mean? Well, we should accept rape, paedophilia, and murder.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at LGBT now, it's got the plus, and that's just preparing you for the P.
Yeah.
All right. So then children are told that gay means happy. Then they get told gay means to be gay.
Yeah.
So then children then get the full consciousness at 7-year-old, and they go on autopilot, where everything they've been taught goes into play and start doing what they need to do. They get their independence to a degree. They start to understand the world. They start to see the world through the eyes they've been taught to see them through. So when they see now a gay pride month, and they see the rainbow, and they see the gays, and they see the equality and diversity. Now, child thinks to be gay, they have to be happy and happy to be gay.
Yeah.
They see a rainbow, which is peace. They love peace. Then they see equality and diversity, which means they should accept everything and everyone should be equal. Well, that's never going to fucking happen. But that's what they're doing to our children.
Yeah.
They're indoctrinating them to think, well, that's the right way to go.
It's
like,
because that's something I was going to bring up, is they're trying to like teach kids now about, and these kids are at an age of where they are still trying to discover themselves for who they are anyway. You don't need to be teaching them in schools about sexuality, about, you know, I just can't understand what's fucking going on.
I don't think they need to know until they start hitting puberty.
No.
It's not something they're innocent.
They're clearly influencing the kids, you know, at the end of the... And I just can't wrap my head around why, you know, why they would... What you know, why would you do that?
They say it's to protect them. So if they know about sexuality, it's to protect them. No.
You know,
they don't need any of that.
I'm all for, right? Everybody following their dreams, live your life, be free, you know, follow your passions, whatever you're interested in. Don't leave anybody tell you what you can and can't do, you know, to a certain degree. Obviously, if you're a paedophile, you can fuck off, like. But, when you're talking about how you want to live your life yourself, you do what makes you happy, you follow your dreams, and all the best to you. You know, that's one of the big things I say on the podcast is follow your dreams, make yourself happy. But it's when they are trying to, like, for an example now, that trans woman who went from a man to a woman and then went to the Olympics and was smashing all the women in the Olympics. And it's like, right.
Wow.
It's not fair, like that. It's not fucking fair, like. But they've got trans men who have transitioned over to women who are competing in like fights against, and it's like, whoa, now what the fuck is going on?
I do know, mate, that if you've actually had the operation, you must have had some balls to do that. Fuck me, you had some balls to do that.
Fuck yeah, I wouldn't be. Well, not anymore, mate. used to have some balls, like.
It's a joke, man. It's a joke.
It's messed up, though.
That's with our children. With like even breastfeeding. Breastfeeding should be the thing that's done. They give us this cavity with all these metals in it. Go check your milk, because milk's got, the kids' milk, it's got all sorts of metals in. Get a magnet, very good magnet.
Yeah.
And pull them. Go over the powder. We've been feeding our kids this shit.
Is it?
This is destroying our minds, destroying our bodies.
Yeah.
You know, we've got an aura. We've got an aura, a zen, a psyche. We've got a presence about us, and this stuff distorts it.
Yeah.
We've got a magnetic. We have got magnetic field. We've actually tested this on horses as well. It goes to, it's 5 mile minimum on a horse, but when you're in a fear state, it goes up to 2 meters, and that's why they want you to apart. Yeah. But when you're in a love state, it goes up to 5 miles plus, and they've measured this. They can measure this with their technology. Yeah. The nonsense, but it is that is been tested and that has been proven.
It is crazy. Like, I was trying to explain to my daughter the other day, because she was like, "Oh, I'm going to move to America," and I was like, "Right, hang on now. It's not as easy as I remember thinking it myself when I was younger." And I was like, "You do realize, like, if you want to go to America, you've got to apply for a visa. You've got to ask permission. They've got to check. Are you going to get a job? You know, are you qualified?" I was like, you can't just get on a plane and move, like. And I remember thinking this when I was a kid. I was like, I'm fucking going to America. Fuck this place. But she couldn't wrap her head round about, like, what do you mean, like? And I was like, this world isn't free. We are all fucking owned by these fucking rich people.
Hand over at birth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we birthed out. We were a vessel come down the birth canal.
Yeah.
And we mainly made up. We got to the dock and we got caught. We're literally seagoing creatures.
Yeah.
About that. But not only that, mate. My brother's in America right now. I've just got a phone to him, actually. He's in the American Army. And he become an American. He denounced all British citizenship. But you know what that means? It means he become part of a corporation. Because America's just a corporation.
Yeah.
It's not a country. Corporation, mate. I mean, look at the Statue of Liberty. It's got shackles around its legs. And it's not a woman, it's a bloke.
Yeah.
Actually got designed by that got his ideas from Egypt.
Yeah.
So it's actually a man. Facial features, mate, is a man.
Yeah. It's fucking.
But people don't want to look at that.
No.
They're a bit worried about what's happening.
No, it is one of those. It is fucking mad, isn't it? It is mad, and it's fucking beyond fucking understanding sometimes. It is.
I love it, mate. I'm starting. I see the world through different eyes, like I said, and I see what it is, and I'm not scared at all. I know what's to come. I know what's coming, and I'm prepared. My mind's prepared.
Yeah.
For anything.
I definitely think of things a lot differently after trying DMT. It's you do think, and I genuinely do think it affects you in a really positive way.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, I did some meditation over there, and I got like a bit of a download, and it was about the Last Supper. Want to hear it?
Yeah, fucking let's have it.
Okay, let's have it. Right. So the way I see it now is the woman was the most important thing in the world, and there still are really. But Lady Magdalene's actually leaning away from Jesus Christ, and they're both forming a womb, a triangle, an upside down triangle, which is the giver of life. And whilst they're doing that, she's handing over the power to Jesus Christ for the Last Supper. And the Last Supper is where he's actually drinking wine to turn water consciousness into wine. And wine toxifies your body in a ways of it goes through your liver, and your live backwards is evil. So your liver actually gets rid of evilness in your body, toxins.
Yeah.
So we're intoxicating ourselves while she's handing power over to the man, which we've just gone through energy, we're going through feminine now. We're going back to the feminine era. So she handed over the power to him to have the sins. Now bread, now think of this right. Be right, bright. Be lie, believe. All right. Be red, bread. Bread has neurotoxin called wheat. If you look at the back of your contents of your tins and stuff in your bread, it always has the bold writing as the things that are actually the most destructive for your body, the allergens.
Yeah.
So you've got wheat, milk, soya. Soya is an hormone imbalancer.
Yeah.
Wheat is an because there's good and bad in all seeds as well. Like I said earlier on, like seeds, open sesame. Flip that word around, you got sesame seeds, and sesame seeds are in buns, and buns for like McDonald's and that cause neurotoxins to your kids' minds.
Yeah.
So Jesus was taking power from Lady Magdalene to be the man that sinned, and he died for our sins. I mean, like I say, I look at the Bible as an instruction, as a basic instruction for the human body and life itself, not for a story that ever happened. Now, if it did, it did.
Yeah.
I'm not here to
we weren't here, were we? We don't fucking know. We weren't here.
Yeah, well, tell a lie 1,000 times, it becomes the truth. Tell a story 1,000 times, it becomes the truth.
Yeah.
As long as people believe it to happen, then it's happened regardless, no matter what you say, because a thought is a vibration, vibration's a frequency, and all that creates. Or if it's in your mind, it's real.
Yeah.
So Jesus died for our sins, so we could go out and party, could eat the shit we eat, and drink the shit we drink, and party and be idiots in the street, egotistical, wherever else.
Yeah.
But he died. Cross signifies balance in the body and in your life, and he died to the right. So his head to the right, which is what? This is the Eve. The right hand side is your creative side. It's controlling the left hand side of your hand, which is the most creative hand. That's why creative people are always left-handed. So died with his head leaning to the right. Now, if gravity, which isn't gravity, it's magnetism, was forward, then was pulling down his head to be forward on the cross, but it's not. It's to the right because it's signifying the right side of the brain dying or getting shut down. So it's all symbolism. It's all there for you to see, but it's just how you look at it. And that's how I look at it now. So if that's my truth, that's my belief, then I'm happy with that.
Is that well known then, that his head was to the right?
Yeah. Look at on all.
I don't know.
On all cross.
I don't know much
Yeah.
about that, but I was wondering, was the cross maybe not quite level? It could be that. They didn't have a level, like, he was leaning.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's how I read it. So I see it. That's the thing that it just come to me. It was like an epiphany. Like, fucking hell, wow. Like, all that come to me. And I just thought.
And it make sense to you, like.
Oh, well, yeah, fucking, of course it does make sense. Everyone's always trying to explain what the Last Supper meant, the picture and this, that, and other. I believe it to be the handing over of the feminine to the masculine.
Like I went to a Catholic school. There's nothing Catholic about me, mate. Right? I don't read the Bible or nothing like that.
I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. I believe in none. I believe they're there to put in our way. Like an equal truth and lies. I
genuinely believed that, you know, when we die, and that's it. You know, when you're dead, that's it. It's like going to sleep, and you just, well, not even like going to sleep. It's like a deep sleep. So there's no dreams. That's it. But after
getting a deep rest, depressed.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah. I've been deep rest a few times. But I just find it's, you know, after doing DMT, it's not. There's definitely something, and anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Yeah. Well, maybe so. I also got a belief that this is a dream, and our reality is when you go into consciousness, which is dream state.
Yeah.
And they actually say you die in your dream, you die. And I think this is your dream, and that therefore you die. I believe that our consciousness of this world is created by the women's subconscious, and therefore, when you're getting emotionally charged on a night, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whenever watching reality TV, or watching Olympics, seeing men take the piss out of women as a trans, then women get more and more irate and angry and pissed off, and they go to bed in the night and they get fucking night terrors. They wake up next day and they create the reality we've got. That's what I believe. Yeah. But that's my belief system, so I'll stick to that.
Yeah, there's so many different. I find it mad with religion because there's so many different gods and so many different things throughout history that come from so many different corners of the world. Now, it's like with the pyramids, with the Chichen Itza and all these other things that were built so long ago on these magnetic frequency points. Like,
yeah.
It's not a coincidence. Like, these people weren't chatting on the phone, or maybe they were, but, you know, we don't know.
Well, they knew more than obviously we did, obviously. I mean, these are limestone blocks that got carried and carted for fucking miles and miles and miles, you know. They didn't have the technology to pull them that far, all the technology apparently to keep that precise. But then, have you seen the video about St. Petersburg? The megalithic fucking buildings that was built well before there was a decent amount of people to even build them. I think something like in 1840 there was 500,000 people populating St. Petersburg. And yet they took photos with the first cameras that was around, and there wasn't one person in anyone in the streets. But then when they finally did take photos of people in the streets, all they had was horse and cart. How the fuck, in muddy streets, you cart all these big fucking megalithic, like nearly 1 million tons of building? 1 million tons of building, right? And it could populate nearly 3 million people. There's only 500,000 people populating it. So what did they just pre-plan? They just go, we'll build for 3 million, 500,000.
Yeah.
And we ain't got roads. We'll build them anyway. We'll build these buildings anyway without pre-planning the foundations. And then, you know, how are you going to cart all this stuff with horse and cart from one place to another? From one big block where you got fucking 1 million horses and 1 million carts with like, we're not fucking ants.
Yeah.
So I just don't see that. I mean, history is written by the tyrannical people that won the wars.
Yeah.
Or, you know, as far as I'm concerned, the people that lost the wars were most likely the ones that knew the truth or would have told the truth. So, you know, there's a lot of inconsistencies within our histories.
Oh, big
you know,
time,
I mean, it's all fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it is. You know, science is a business. It's a business. Like NASA, it's a fucking business. It's a business.
Fucking hell, mate. Them and Disney started up at the same time, and they're both big production companies.
Big Pharma, it's a business. It's more beneficial for them if we are unhealthy because we need to keep relying on their tablets, and then the big pharma owners are raking it in every fucking year. It doesn't pay for them to get us all fit and healthy. They're not making money off it.
I know, mate. Well, I think the depression industry for tablets is about 181 billion a year, and yet if you microdose mushrooms, that gets rid of depression. It's been proven 20 years. That's been.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably know all mushrooms the food of gods. How about that?
Yeah. That's the thing, though. They've lied to everybody. They painted a picture that those mushrooms are so negative. They've brainwashed people into believing that they are really fucking terrible things. But look at the way it's used to treat post-traumatic stress, depression, anxiety, you know. And we've been lied to. Look how many people prescription drugs kill every year, mate. How many celebrities alone is killed.
Loads, fucking loads, mate. It's terrible.
Do you know what I mean?
And some of them go buy them drugs, they're getting killed by someone else, they're getting buying not drugs.
Yeah.
But so yeah, the thing with these medicines is then these medicines that are going out of ground is they can't bat you, they can't tax on them because they're naturally occurring, so they can't patent them. They can't patent them. They don't belong to anyone. They don't belong to anyone. They can't earn off them. So they're not going to let you have stuff that's going to heal you if they can't charge you for them.
Yeah, exactly.
So to just go be there and everywhere, and they're putting down as a class A as well.
Yeah.
Fucking class A.
Oh yeah.
Natural.
It grows it grows in the fucking mountains. It grows in the fields and they're making it illegal like. Yeah, it just shows the control and power, and they don't want people. And this is what I was going to lead to earlier, and I've gone off track. Was like the most creative people in the world who've done the most creative things that have changed humanity. Really, are people who have experimented with psychedelics and cannabis.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
You know, all these people have all fucking experimented with these psychedelics, and it opens your mind and it makes you more creative. 100%.
That's why. I think that's why they call them psychedelics. You know, it's all about psychosis and psychology. It's all about making you believe that they're worse than what they are. That they're going to destroy you, when they're not.
Yeah.
They're not. And you know, obviously, like you say, moderation. So if you could get some sort of degree of potency and distribute it equally to people of certain statures and sizes, then why is it not legal? Why is it not put into the system for people to learn and to gain their momentum back to the mind?
They don't want people being free thinkers. That's why.
Well, that's it, mate. You know, the education system once again is created to keep us dumb enough to earn and not intelligent enough to live.
All the trouble I've been in has been through alcohol. The trouble I've been in has been through alcohol, and that's the fucking worst. Look how many people that kills every year.
Nah, sugar's the worst. Sugar's the worst.
Sugar as well. Yeah, sugar. I mean, sugar is a slow killer, isn't it?
Yeah. You know? So I can't touch on sugar for 1 second. You'll love this. So it doesn't just destroy your voice box, but it also destroys your teeth. And obviously, we're giving to kids for treats. So every time a kid does good and see other kids getting treats, they want to have treats, and they're called a naggy for them. But it destroys your teeth. So you put holes in your teeth, you get amalgams, and amalgams have mercury in them, and mercury go into the mind because they're directly connected to your nerve endings that go straight to your brain and to your heart. Your teeth are directly connected to your heart as well. So those kids that do brush their teeth, they've got fluoride in the toothpaste, which also calcifies the tiny gland. Yeah. And the ones that don't, you get holes in their mouth. So your kids are getting double fucked. You're getting double mashed up.
Which toothpaste is the best toothpaste to use?
I use hemp, and if you research hemp's that much, which is obviously from cannabis. You can actually make a car that's stronger than steel out of hemp. But you can make more stuff out of hemp.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
Like literally, hemp is like fucking the god of plant.
They use it to build buildings and shit, don't they?
Yeah. So once again, just another product that we can't use because it's beneficial to us in our lifestyles.
They made it illegal.
You can actually make hemp paper, mate. Hemp paper is better than using wood, using trees.
and it's
Anyway,
been kept from us.
let's get on to right.
Let's get on to last night then. Let's fucking so tell us a bit about what was it like up there? What was the atmosphere like?
Atmosphere was pretty decent. Yeah, I mean it wasn't as full as it normally is, but it's the first time back. There'd be people not wanting to go because of COVID tests, as we know. But the people who were there enjoyed it. I got a great reception, which was nice. See a lot of people that I hadn't seen before, and some people that I have. A lot of reconnect. It's been nearly a year and a half, nearly 2 years, in fact.
Yeah.
And the last show, the lockdown show against Sean George, so we didn't really see many people, just the fighters.
Yeah.
Daniel Irwell's looking on point. But to be honest with you, they're all looking sharp and ready to go. Mason Shaw looks quite trim.
Yeah.
Compared to normal.
He looked bad fit, boy, but didn't he?
He got stopped. Yeah, he got stopped.
Did you see the ref and that talking about? I was fucking tamping. I was like, oh, they're gonna fucking try and argue his win now because they said about he pulled the head, didn't he, or something.
Yeah. Well, you know what, mate? It's all down to the ref, innit? And it's what the ref said. There's been a few times I've been like, fuck's sake, ref's a bit off, but I've just got it. But he does his job.
Yeah,
mine
exactly.
We're all doing it.
But like what I thought they should have done was if they were going to bring that up, because that happened at the start.
Was it with Chad Simmons?
Say again?
With Chad Simmons when he hit the floor when he was fighting Wes O'Neill?
I'm trying to think now.
Yeah, it was where he hit him when he was down, wasn't it?
No, they got into a bit of a clinch, and I think Daniel put his hand. He was guiding to see where his head was really because he wasn't looking, and he uppercut and caught him, but he dropped him. He gave him the count, got up. Now, what I didn't agree was instead of after he's won, because he put him down another 2 times after that, they should have brought that up a bit earlier. You've gone off on your screen.
Someone just expense and they must be trying to Stay on the phone, mate. I'm a busy man. Stay on the phone. You just hold that thought, mate.
I'm holding it, don't worry.
Go on, bro, I'm there. I'm back.
They tried saying that he held the head, and what I was saying was they should have, if they were going to say anything about it, they should have said it at the time. But nothing was said. They started talking about it after he'd already put him down another 2 times, and then I was like, look, that should have been talked about at the time it happened, not after he's won.
Yeah, I get that.
Do you know what I mean?
It's a bit of a late one, wasn't it? Bit of a late one, I get that.
It was, but you know, again, it's just one of those things where the sport, even though the sport's been going for years, donkey's years, it's running as a business like this is quite new, isn't it? So they're going to be looking at these things and analysing them in a different way, I suppose.
They need a bigger roster for one. I mean, look, I don't hate the BKB brand. I don't dislike the boys. I was just thinking if we run a bit more at an optimum level for the guys to promote them to make the sport grow faster. So they should promote the boys that are really, really pushing themselves in the sport a bit more, like I was asking for me.
Yeah.
I myself mostly and do a lot of stuff myself. I do believe that obviously the pay needs to increase, but that will only increase as the fighters grow. If the fighters stay the same and they keep just out and rolling them in, then it's never going to grow as a sport because you need the characters to grow.
Yeah,
and that's not happening. But I mean, there's silly mistakes that happen that shouldn't be happening. And I think as the sport progresses, they should maybe change some of the working parts. Some of the elements around. I mean, they are changing things a bit, taking a bit too long. Like some of the staff, I think should be changed. But that's just my opinion. Once again, I think that they should be looking at doing things down different angles, different avenues. If I was in charge of BKB, I'd love it. I think I'd do a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Chad Simmons, that's the first fight I've seen, because I missed the first one, but I think there was a second or third fight on.
Yeah.
But he hit Wes O'Neill when he was down.
Yeah.
It wasn't a disqualification, it was a no contest. I thought, well, if he's hitting when he's down and he's had to stop because of that punch, then it could be disqualification. I just don't get it. Them just sort of the basics.
Yeah.
Basics. It's not even hard to to understand that's basic.
Yeah, it's if it's an illegal move, innit?
Yeah, but my opinion is not wanted by certain people, so I'll just say it anyway.
Well, it's one of those things, innit? It's I suppose it's easy to look at it and analyze it. You know, the toughest thing is for the fighters who are in there. They're just fucking doing their job and they're just getting on with it at the end of the day. But yeah, it's who else did we have? I was gutted about Scott. But James Lilly put on hell of a performance, didn't he?
Fast hands, man, fast hands. I always wanted to fight James. It never happened, but you know, it's good lad. I've got a lot of respect for him. A lot of time for him to speak. I spoke him properly for a few months, like I've been in a fight, but ultimately, you know, I've got a lot of time respect for him. Yeah. He's Welsh anyway.
I haven't met him. I know he's friends with Daniel Lewell, so I don't know. I may see if I can get him on.
If you want, I'll speak to him and just put your name out there. I've asked a couple of fights for the other night, but then I have to Sam Raps as well.
Yeah,
Sam Paul Cheese. I think can't remember the second name now. But I just call her Sam Raps.
Yeah,
but I love the woman. She's been a great part of the sport. She's the only female cut lady.
Yeah.
In this country, and she's really good with the lads.
Where's she from, man?
She's Welsh as well.
She's North Wales.
Yeah, I'm sure she's North Wales. I mean, she might not be. She might be South, but she's just sound more North, and I'm sure she's more North.
Yeah. There's
all about. She's taking over.
I know. Well, fucking hell, they did. They were flying last night, weren't they? I mean, you had Daniel Lewell, James Lilly. Who else did we have? Obviously, Chapman at the end with Sean George, two Welsh boys. Bit of bad blood there, isn't there? It's a shame to see it go down the way it did. It was a shame to see it go down that way. I thought we were going to see a bit more of a war, but that just shows Dan Chapman's skill to keep it out from, because Sean George he's a fucking warrior, and he'll come out and he'll just won't stop. Like he won't stop, but Dan Chapman avoided it.
Yeah, well, styles make fights, don't they? And I think we always know we're going to get more of a clinical fight from Dan, and more of an aggressive fight from Sean. But I always thought that it was going to be a bit more of a battle, and it was a battle, but
it was. But Dan,
a fight's never what you expect it to be. There's always something that you expect it to be more of or more or less of, and you get something different. That's the excitement of a fight, and you don't know what you're going to get, and therefore, when you get it, you're like, what I expected, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Some of them are barnstormers like that. Some you just get. I mean, look at Mickey Parker against Dave Thompson. He broke his leg as well, by the way. So that there, I caught the last bit of it. So upstairs talking to some friends, and I got the last bit of it. And I seen Mickey Parker taking some right shots. I mean, fucking me, took some shots. I think down actually, and then he got back up and he went bang over the top and I went right, just sat him. I'm like, wow. And everyone erupted. Everybody erupted in the arena.
Yeah.
I think there's about 200 people there. I'm joking now. There's a lot of people there. It was fucking roaring there. Everyone just on the feet, fucking chanting, cheering a lot. So it was an exciting moment. I'm sure Mickey Parker appreciated it.
Yeah, and Barry as well. Let's not forget about Barry. He looked fucking awesome.
Yeah, good lad, isn't he? Very, very good. He's a strong kid, man. For his size as well. He's just fucking solid, isn't he?
He's really quiet. I spoke to him. He was supposed to come on, but I don't know if he just doesn't like interviews. I know a few people told me he is a quiet guy. Like,
he's very private. I go up to him and speak to him. You know, I'm fucking loud and proud. And it's like, you get overwhelmed. I go over like, you're lucky you didn't find me.
Yeah,
he's just laughing. But yeah, he's just a private guy, and he just goes with the flow. He's quite settled. He's got a nice vibe about him.
Yeah, so, he looked really fucking sharp. I think he hit about 80% of all of his shots landed, like 80% of his shots.
He's very accurate. I mean, I seen him when he fought Navarro, and he opened him up. Fucking opened him up, mate. First round, but I thought like fucking Navarro like Pudsey afterwards. You know the Teddy.
Yeah.
Down it.
Oh, fuck.
He was caught him bad. But that was a great. That's when Sean George fought Tyler Goodron.
Yeah.
That was a big night.
Yeah.
So
So like,
it was good. There was the staff, the security staff, I was getting with them. They was doing the job. Merrily, there were no dramas there. I don't think there was any real dramas with people carrying on scrapping. They're not normally in at the BKB shows. Everyone's there to watch the fight in the ring, not out the ring. So it's very rare you get any dramas out the ring.
aye, chances are as well, or you've got a fuckload of tough bastards fucking in there. You don't want to be causing any shit in there, like.
Riot, fucking riot, the O2. God, it'd be horrendous.
Oh fuck!
Sammy Cheese would have a job, and once you roll around sorting out cuts out.
Can you imagine it kicking off in there and turning into a fucking riot, like?
Oh man, it wouldn't be a sight I'd want to see. I'd be, not that I'd be asked about fighting, but I'd be like, I'd just watch them all, just observe and go, what a set of idiots. But it won't happen. KB, that's the attraction, the fact that, I mean, you see Hell's Angels walking up and down and just like, you're right, and there's no fucking, not saying that Hell's Angels are bad, but, you know, people get like, got a misconstrued opinion of them. Yeah. And they're actually pretty good, but to see him just at a BKB show, just chilling, enjoying themselves, is great.
Yeah. I was hoping to see Sean George and Dan Chapman shake hands at the end, but it just is what it is, isn't it? So you get people whose personalities just clash as well. Like, you know, we are all different, as we keep saying. We're all different, so it is.
If it's natural, it's okay. If it's artificial and it's being pushed upon you to be a twat, then that's when I draw the line with that. You know, I mean, if it's naturally a grievance where someone's got a genuine dislike, then let them roll with it. But, you know, obviously, all around, don't let it flow over the ring. Let it be in the ring. Yeah. But, you know, those that come out with just to rile someone up for no reason, just to be a twat, I just think, well, what's the point? You know, the guy who's done the same things. Might not be in the same path, but he's landing that ring at the same time as you. He's done the same training. Respect the fucker.
Yeah, it is. It's just one of those. The fight game is a bit of a weird game anyway. You know, you're going in and you're trying to fucking knock each other out, like. So, you know, it is a bit of a weird. You know, it's not like you're going in for a game of tennis, like you're trying to punch each other's fucking faces in.
Do it with a smile. If you're getting in there, you should be enjoying it.
Do it with a smile, like.
If you're doing a sport, even if it's a contact sport like that, if you're not smiling and you're nervous and you're worried and all that other shit you're doing, then what's the fucking doing it? Go to another sport, go fishing, or go play tiddly. If you're not doing it with a smile, then don't fucking do it. I love smiling in the ring. I'm getting punched. I've got in that ring to get punched. Yeah. No, I mean, I get punched, but I know I'm going to get punched, so I might as well enjoy it.
Enjoy it, like. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's I suppose it's a natural reaction to try and not get punched, isn't it? That's it. But you're gonna get punched.
Imagine jumping off a cliff to land in water and thinking that the slap's not gonna hurt you ever. You must be a fucking idiot. So land in the water and it might have slapped your ass. Just smile. Yeah. You've landed your life. You've done it for a reason. You've done it to exhilarate yourself. So just smile. Enjoy it.
Who do you reckon's next? Who do you reckon's next for the fighters then? Who do you reckon's next for Daniel Liu? Well, he called out. Who did he call out?
I don't know. Did he call someone out?
He called someone out. He said that. Oh, I can't remember who it fucking was.
Oh, I'm not in this. I'm not in.
Oh no.
Nah, man, I don't listen.
You know who it is, do you? And you're not mentioning it. Who is it? Do you know who it is? We called out, do you?
I don't know. I think it start with an O and ends with an N, and it's got a lot of evil in the middle.
Fuck, I don't know. The
American.
I think he's American. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
No, right. We won't mention him, man. I don't. I can't think who it is.
I don't pay no attention.
Tell me later.
Yeah. He shouldn't be in the sport. He shouldn't be in the sport. He should be boycotted from every sport. That's my opinion. But that's only attention's getting the season back. Yeah. Season B now. Come on.
Yeah. So, we'll move off that then. I'm trying to think who it is. But who do you think's next for Barry?
I don't know. I think they need some new fighters, but it is weight division. What's it at now? I mean, it would have been Scott, but
I know
James Lee. Same size.
James, yeah. Are they the same size?
I'm sure they are, you know. Well, I used to be the same size. I was the same size as Barry Jones. I was the same size as Navarra and Lowell. Not Lowell, Scott and Lily. So yeah, I would imagine so. I mean, it's another Welsh on Welsh, another derby.
Yeah, it was. It was disappointing seeing Scott. Scott's due to come on the podcast as well, so keep an eye out, guys. He'll be coming on soon. I was gutted. I was gutted to see him go out to the fight like that, because all of his fights, he's a fucking warrior now, isn't he? His fights are exciting as fuck. Yeah, his fighting style is it's one of those you just enjoy watching. You know, it's a bit like a bit of a Sean George style, really.
Yeah, unique again, isn't it? You know, there's he fights with his heart more than anything, and I think the best fighters are the ones that fight with the heart. I always enjoyed I mean, I train, but you know, once you get in there, you just fucking flow, and it happens. It happens. If it don't, you get caught. You get caught.
Yeah.
Smile.
Just smile.
Scott's he's the same as Sean in a certain aspects, because he comes from a Thai background, you see.
Yeah. They've got a bit of a similar background, haven't they?
Yeah. I mean, Sean's been at longer, but you know, Scott coming to BKB with me actually when he fought on Lafferty, and his styles, you know, it's improved a lot. He's done a lot more boxing than he has Thai boxing since, and obviously that shows and shines for him.
Yeah, you can see it, because his boxing, you see his improvement through his fights, from his early fights right the way through, and you can see how much he was improving. Because he said, like, the first fight he had when he lost, I think that was against the Scottish guy. I think he said he didn't really have much time to train for that, and he fucking had hell of a scrap. Yeah,
he said 2 weeks he was shitting himself, mate.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 weeks. I think it was Ricardo Franco broke his nose with my mate Harry Matthews, who had been training with him. Yeah. Sparring, he caught him and did his nose pretty bad, so he asked me if I had anyone, and I just had Scott beside me, and I thought, well, Scott's quite an hard bastard, he can take a shin to the chin.
Yeah.
So let's put him in there. So we got him in there, and he was worried, mate, because he'd seen Tony Lafferty fight highly good John fight before.
Yeah.
So imagine following that fight and having to fight him that took some fucking punishment and had to get knocked fully out to lose.
Yeah.
So fair play to him. He's got some fucking balls on him.
Oh yeah, fuck it. And the thing is, I think it was just he took a bit of a blow in the eye, didn't he? I don't know if it was a knuckle. The knuckle. That's the thing with bare knuckle is, you know, your eyes are a bit more
susceptible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. I got fucking pot. It's the worst feeling in the world, because you lose your depth perception.
Yeah.
And you know yourself, you lose one eye and you start throwing punches. You just don't know where your hands are landing. You can't get that range finding anymore. So it becomes a bit of a hit and miss.
Yeah.
You know, you start in the dark.
Well, it's like when your fucking eardrum is fucking funny, your balance is off and everything, innit?
Yeah. Well, that's another thing as well. Perfect eardrums, and you don't really think you get them with bare knuckle. But I got one against his eyes, like, fuck me, wow, like I had fitness.
I've had that before, but it wasn't from fighting. It was from went to like an air show with my mate when we were kids, and this fucking fighter jet flew right over us, and it fucking perforated my ear. I was bleeding out of my ear.
What?
Honest to God, it perforated my eardrum. It was pissing out with all fucking blood and gunk and shit. Yeah, from the sound of the fighter jet, like.
I thought you maybe been watching it with a boob or something. No, tit.
No. A tit, like. Nice.
I'm joking, man. Just playing that.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a tit. Well, it was a tit driving a fighter pilot, like. Popped my eardrum. Yeah.
I've got a funny story for you. I ran back earlier on actually about the stag do. I told a friend about it the other day, and she was absolutely fucking laughing her head off. Just to get off at the subject of boobs and fighting and conspiracy. So I went on my stag do 2015, and it was about a month before getting married. Yeah. And I went over with about 13 lads and family and friends and lads that I treated as brothers. And they give me a mankini to dress up in, so I got in this mankini, and I'm getting boozed up now. I'm in my glove.
Yeah.
And the lad spiked me with Viagra, one of my mates, Tom Young, spiked me with Viagra. So I'm walking around fucking K-Light, fucking booze, absolutely fucking smashed. And I'm walking around fucking lunatic. And I've got this wardrobe malfunction, obviously, going on with this mankini on.
Yeah.
You couldn't see it. Oh, all right. So someone started, yeah, the mankini was quite big, all right. So, one of the lads is getting some gear off of one of the Lucky men, all Somali and Lucky men out like pirates.
Yeah.
And give one of my pals some coke, and I'm like, I'm against it, me. I'm against it. I'm thinking, what the fuck are you doing to me, mate? He's on holiday. I don't want it.
Yeah.
So I'll give this lad a fucking punch and sat him where he's giving me, mate, this sniff. He's basically asleep, so.
Yeah.
And then he's over. So I give him a little dink on the chin because there's only skinny out there.
In a mankini.
Walks away like Don Corleone with ego, thinking I'm fucking something massive. And I walked about half stone at the time with a mankini on and ad on, so it's quite funny. And I'm shouting all sorts of things and we're fucking hell, dealing on this fucking island, not going off the head, being in our bed.
Oh, fuck.
So I goes into this bar called Stereo Bar, and the guy looks like The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, on the fucking bar on the door.
Yeah.
And I'm having a bit of a gig with him, and lets me in. I don't know why he lets me in. He must have thought, he was dressed all right, let him in. And I goes up to this guy, I'm having a dance, and I go up to these lads, and they're all sat down at his corner table. And I'm talking to them. I said, where are you from? He said, oh, from Middlesbrough. So I'm talking about my mate, John Paul Winky Watson, the North East jawbreaking champion, Taurus. And he's one of my very good pals. He's done a bit of sparring with him and that. He's a fucking handy bastard. If you look him up online, actually, the Taurus. Yeah. He's quite an handful. But
you reckon I'm all about this. Get him on the podcast, then.
Speak to him, actually. Yeah, he's coming down to see me this week.
Yeah.
He's such a lovely lad, but he's not a bully either. He goes out and if someone's giving someone grief, he's on it.
Yeah.
So I'm all about John Paul Winky Watson because he's got a bit of a name for himself up in Middlesbrough. And I'm saying this lad, you know him, and he didn't want to talk to me. I'm like, why don't want to talk to me? Like, he must have realised, and I didn't realise until the next morning why he didn't want to talk to me. But he sat down and I'm stood up and I've got a fucking hard on.
He's shoving his dick in his face like, hey, what do you think of this, son?
He didn't want to talk. So I'm hitting this speedball, me, not them speedballs and power balls that you whip. And you fucking, when you play, I'm trying to get the best score. I must have got like 10. So absolutely fucking killer, like I said. So this guy, this bouncer, he shouts over, the guy in the mankini, he wants me. So I goes over, he goes, these guys looking out here for you. All the fucking lucky men looking for me with bats and all sorts.
Were they?
And I'm like, William Wallace, me, fucking freedom, I'm going for it.
You come out swinging your dick round like, come on in.
You got my man, we're good. So I'm about to go out when I just trying to pull me back. I'm like a fucking bow and arrow, pull me back like fucking like monkey.
It just
but I get to it and I'm about to go running for him, and I just heard someone shout police, and obviously my initial reaction is to run. I'm thinking, so I'm running down front, and then there's one of the lads is behind me. I don't know why he's running as well, but he must have thought, well, Smudger's running, I'm running, so they start running. The police got their hands on me. Down. Yeah, what a sight. Police handcuffing me to the front, and every time my hands dropped, I'm swaying, bear in mind, I'm not actually there. I ain't got a clue where I am.
Yeah.
I can remember snippets of it. I can remember like when you open your eyes for a brief second, you get like a flash of what's going on.
Yeah.
I can remember just there and getting whacked under arms, because every time I drop my arms down there where my wardrobe malfunction was, they whack me under the fucking wrist because I keep going to keep my arms up. So eventually, my brother-in-law Eddie managed to get me off. He'd sweet talked to me now and let me go.
Yeah.
And I woke up morning on my back on the sofa in the hotel. I'm thinking, thank God I'm on my back, because I realised, you know what I mean? So I go down to the whiskey chain. Everyone else is in bed, and I'm waking up fresh like I always do. And I go get on whiskey chain. I'm back on Snapchat going, yeah, I'm on whiskey chain. Well, I'm not in bed. I'm fucking dying. I'm cool.
Yeah.
And then me and my next outfit, so I'm dressed as a money supermarket guy, white heels, hot pants, blouse, and then that. So I'm thinking, well, I have to just go with it, to work it, to go. I'm walking down the streets, I'm going past shops, and I'm slut dropping, having a giggle, just being a dick. And I'm in BCM Square now, and in this BCM Square, in the middle of Magaluf, it's quite a party place actually.
Mm.
I'm down in the place itself, and this guy, I'm doing fucking dancing, I'm having a laugh, I'm having a joke. I'm not actually that pissed, I'm a bit tipsy. So this Polish guy comes up and he fucking grabs me by the bollocks and he twists my bollocks. I'm like,
What?
the fuck? Fucking shoulder bars him. I'm 13 and a half stone, so I'm quite a big guy. I'm just fucking shoulder bars him, moved him away. Fucking get away. Carried on dancing. He comes back up about 5 minutes later, does it again. Proper twist this time. I hit him. I thought, well, not if I can do. I've warned him. Got to leave him. I mean, these are my fucking stupid days where I've been a fucking knobhead and I've changed my ways now. But
running around in a mankini, like. You didn't have a mankini on that day, though.
These mate, we're fucking epic.
Fuck.
These what they call it have come down. These bouncers, and they brought me up to the top. It's like a pyramid sort of thing. Like you come down the stairs to go in, and you come down the stairs to go out.
Yeah.
So I'm at the top, and all my nephew and my cousins and my friends are there, my brothers, and they're all saying to me, "Oh, you should be all right. He grabbed you first. It's on camera, blah blah blah." I'm saying to the bouncer, yeah, and he's going, "Yeah, you might do, but you know, it's provocation. Like he thought you were provoking him to come and grab you." I'm like, what? In Spain, mate, I don't take two hands. People dressing up like that. I don't think. Well, they didn't then, especially.
Yeah.
So, my nephew says to me, "You fucked it now." I said, "Why?" Because the copper come upstairs there. I said, "Yeah." I went, "That's the copper that arrested you last night. Let you go."
Oh no!
Mate, what are the coincidences?
That's my luck. That is.
Yeah, so he takes me down into the car and puts me in the car, and he's going to get the evidence of the tape and what I've done and stuff. And whilst I'm in the car, it's red hot, and they've handcuffed me. So both my hands are facing upwards because of them rigid handcuffs.
Yeah,
so
I've had them. Yeah.
Both my hands are facing up with the knuckles, mate. It will fucking deadly.
Yeah, and they twist them, don't they? They hold them in the middle and twist them. Cut all your fucking wrists.
Mate, it was disgusting.
Yeah.
The worst position I've ever been in my life. So it was because they had the windows up and it was red hot, and I'm fucking sweating my tits off now. I'm a fat ginger man, and I'm in a Kimberley supermarket guy get up, and they're over near the stairs talking to this bouncer. So I put my right leg over the chair to pat the horn, but before I got to the horn, he's seen my leg. He's run round and he's fucking started whacking my leg. Like, fucking hell. I'm not scared of him, just my right leg, you know what I mean? But he doesn't understand me.
Oh, like you didn't have the Viagra that day. You would have been hitting your knob. Boom, boom, boom.
I'd have hit him with my truncheon. So I get arrested. Man gets into cells. I'm in cells for about fucking 24 hours.
Yeah.
And put me in with this guy who was getting done for attempted murder.
Oh,
so I'm all right, mate. I'm cool. He hadn't done up to me. I'm going out to talk to him. We actually ended up having a bit of fun and giggling. I told him the areas of his ways, and I said, "Come on, mate. No, you can't go killing women because she's been a bit of a stalker. She's doing this, she's doing that. She's winding you up. She's playing with games with your head. But just walk away."
Yeah.
She's going, "I keep trying to walk away, and every time I walk away, she sends after me and makes me come back." So finally, I'm trying to get away, and she's been a bitch. So I've tried running over. I'm going, "Oh my days."
Oh,
so
fuck.
Eventually, they moved him out of my cell because they must have got a cell free, and he's gone next door. So I'm needing the toilet now. So this fucking this warden comes and grabs me, and he makes me put my high heels on to go to the toilet. I'm like, the fuck?
Put your heels on?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. So I go to the toilet, walks to the toilet, the piss, does my business, comes back, takes my fucking high heels off.
Did you squat down?
He goes, "What's the shot?" "Oh, a shot." And he goes, "Why?" So because every time I take these off as part of my stag do, I've got to have a shot. He fucking went happy. He fucking threw me. He fucking pulled me up the ass, got me back in. But
fuck.
Late that night, the guy next to me on the left hand side of me, I heard him getting fucking absolutely wrapped to bits, mate, getting battered.
Oh, fuck.
And he do as well. And I'm thinking, right, it's on. They're gonna come through my fucking door here, and we're having it. So I took my blouse off.
I took my blouse off. I put my hair in a bun.
And waiting for him at the door. I thought, right, it's coming. I'm having it. We're having it. And he opens the latch and he looks at me, puts light on, and I've got a dagger here from an army.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Military," and I said, "Yeah." Put the latch back. I thought, fuck me, am I? Okay. And then a guy who got back killed his missus, he got fucking beaten instead.
Oh, fuck.
So next day we're in the car and we're in the police car, all three of us, all with fucking hands set back like that.
Mm.
And this guy went to the left of me, he's to the right of me now, and I'm looking at him, his shirt is absolutely crumpled up with blood, like it's dried on him. He had a lot of blood on him. And I thought, you beating your kid, poor lad. And he was telling me it was his first night in his stag doing him and his brother had a bit of an argument. Coppers grabbed him and took him in there and just gave him a beating.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kangaroo courts over there as well, so
Yeah.
you can guarantee it over. So we got to Palm and Over courts, and I'm in the cell now waiting to go into the court. And I said to one of the guys, one of the wardens, I said, can I get some shoes or can I just go barefooted? Because I knew that they're going to be cunts, so I thought best ask him.
Yeah.
No. You wear your high heels.
He must have had a bit of a fetish, mate. He must have, like.
I just think I just wanted to show me to the courts in the whole entirety. Wanted to see or what.
Yeah.
So I've got the high heels on. I'm walking to this kangaroo court now, and I think, fuck it, let's just go for it. So I'm just fucking strutting it. And these coppers and these people, these workers in this court were just taking photos and laughing. And I thought, well, I mean, just fucking do it. So I get in there, and this judge, she's speaking some fucking Spanish gibberish bullshit court language. And I don't have a clue what she's saying anyway. She could be saying anything, but the translator's telling me, what happened, and I'm telling her, and I'm thinking, I'm not getting off of this anyway. I'm fucked regardless. I'm here.
Yeah.
So, right, what's the damage? So, €13,500 fine, and 6 suspended sentence for 2 years. Thought I can handle that. But I thought I'm going to have to pay it, but they've got my passport, so I have to go pay it straight away, because it's Friday night.
Yeah.
Finish at 8 o'clock, court's over there. It's 6 o'clock, I've got 2 hours to get from Palm over to Magaluf, get my money, come back up, get my passport, because I'm flying on Sunday, and the court's not open.
Yeah.
And if I don't pay it, I've got 6 months in jail. So I've got to get my high heels on and run. So
fuck.
That was, yeah, mate, horrendous. So I gets out of court, and I gets in the car and I goes down to the hotel room, and the guys are all down there, and my phone's been getting belled off by my missus. And they said we didn't want to answer it, Smudge. We didn't know what to say. We didn't know if you want to deal with it. I said, yeah, probably the best thing you could do, really. Just leave it to me to deal with. So I rung the phone up, Chance, and I said, I've got a bit of bad news, but I'm okay. What is it? The only thing she told me to do was not get arrested.
Yeah.
Only thing, don't get arrested, you.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, look, I got arrested twice. Twice. And the kid got twice. And the damage is €13,500. It's about £1,000. I have to go pay it straight away. But lads are saying, you still on your stag do? I'm going, yeah, why? But I told the courts I'm going to go home.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go home on my stag do. So lads are saying, like, go get your next outfit on. I said, I'm going to court. What do you mean? So I'm going to court. I have to fucking go pay my court fine. Yeah, but you still have to put your outfit on. So I goes upstairs, and what's waiting for me? A fucking nappy, a cradle cap, a dummy.
Oh, no.
Go back up to court just like a big baby, with my nappy on, with my money down my nappy, to pay the court. They weren't happy. They was not fucking happy at all.
He wanted to see you. He wanted to see you in the heels. He was tamping you had an nappy on. He's like, I'm not into this shit.
I was thinking, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
So I paid the fine, got my passport back, and £800 of it were going to the lad who had punched, because obviously, they get money straight away for the best system. I walked out, and he's there in front of me. The guy is there in front of me. I'm thinking,
oh, fuck.
You're all a bit fucked and that. And I'm what's up to him? Dressed as a big baby now.
Yeah.
Saying, I'm on my stag do. Do I ever fucking do that again?
Leave my fucking nuts alone. Oh, yeah, man. Fuck. That's hilarious.
And I fucking pissed me on it. So, he gets in the taxi, goes back down to the boys where they are in this other bar. And they get handcuffs on both my hands. So, only time I can fucking drink is when they're drinking. I can't throw no punches. I'm thinking, fuck's sake. So, this little old woman comes to me. She's on a granddaughter's end party. She comes up to me and she goes, do you need changing, dear? And I went,
do you need changing?
I went to squat, and I thought, and I didn't know, and I went, you know what? That's too far. There's certain things I'll do, but certain things I won't. And I did a stand up, and I've done it a few times. I told people I did just to add a bit of thing to it. But you know what, mate? I'm a respectful man. I would never shit my pants in front of a woman.
No, I mean, I wouldn't advise you, like.
So, danced the night away and had a good laugh. And then the next day, the lads were on about tattoos. So I got everybody's name on my ass in a tattoo.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, they all got the nicknames on my ass.
The old holiday tattoos, like, oh, fucking hell. Like, and the handcuffs as well.
So we got that's the reminder. But the thing about the stag do is it had all the names, all the nicknames of all the people on the stag do. And when I was in Glastonbury the other day, I was out on campfire and we were telling this story to some people.
Yeah.
And it ended up being when I had my ass out and everyone got the cameras out because it was late night, got the cameras out and they were getting the flashes on the phones to read the names and ask me stories about each of the names.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I'll tell them a
fuck.
bit of background for each of the lads, which is quite hilarious. It's
Yeah.
just a good ending to
Yeah.
the story.
Yeah, fucking hell. That is a fucking mad story, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of stuff in between, like, but you know, the main gist of it is this. I fucking had a good stag do, man. It was amazing. Probably one of the best stag do's I've ever been.
You enjoyed
So-
it, like, at the time, though, there's nothing worse than getting arrested, is it? Fucking nightmare.
I was used to it.
Yeah.
At that point, it was like
It
it's
just
just a different
ruins
country that
it,
was only
though.
different things. And I thought I've seen lots of abroad. I thought, oh god, here we go.
Yeah.
We're going to be at it for 6 months here at
Here
least.
we go again, like.
Yeah,
Oh,
of course,
it's
man.
fucking-
So yeah, good times and good memories and good experiences.
Yeah.
Definitely going to be in the book.
I'm dying to get someone on who's been, like, in a fucking Thai prison or something, just to get the fucking goss.
I know a few people actually. I'll speak to a few people and
Do
see if I
you?
get them on.
Fucking get them on. I'm dying to, like, pick people's brains about what happened and what was it like in there, and because I love watching documentaries and stuff on that. If you know somebody
Yeah.
that's been locked up in, like, a fucking...
Someone told me the other week. Someone I met who I'm quite funny now, but I can't fucking remember who it was. But as soon as I remember, I'll let you know and I'll try and get them on.
Try and get them
they were
on.
Sorry.
I'd interest the fuck out of me, see, because they work so differently to us, don't they? When you watch the programs, you're like, oh my god, that's not where I want to be locked up.
Yeah, and I was a film I watched not long back with him out with Skins was on it, and he was you know what I'm on about. It was a film about him going.
He's a kickboxer, wasn't he? Well, he's a Thai boxer.
Yeah, Thai boxer.
Yeah,
Thai
and
boxer.
he's in Peaky Blinders, the boy, isn't he?
Yeah,
I've
that's the one
seen
I'm short,
it. Yeah, I've seen
really,
it.
really good actor, isn't he?
Yeah, he is
But
good.
yeah, really good film. That really enjoyed it.
Yeah, fuck, he is good. He is. I was a bit gutted when he left Peaky Blinders, but
Yeah, was it Angelina Jolie scouted him for a film that he was in where he was
Is
a
it?
prisoner of war in World War One, I think, with the Japanese.
where's he from, man?
I think he's Bristol is.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a Bristolian, yeah. Sure he is.
He's a good actor, isn't he?
Course, man, course. So, mate, I think we'll. I'm
I think
I'm a bit shat.
I think we've done pretty well, mate, to be honest. But I mean, we can do more of these because there's so much stuff to talk about. But we got some more in the pipeline with Scott McHugh coming on.
Sammy Raps and what was the other fighter? I think I asked some of the other fighters. I'll figure out who they were and I'll get the names over to you and we can get them on.
But like,
Yeah, man.
Anything you want to say? Anything you want to let people know? Get over and follow Smudger BKB.
Yeah, maybe consider what it is you put in your body. Consider what's being told to you and change your vision, change your view on life. Have a different outlook and don't be bothered about what people think about you because their thoughts are theirs and your thoughts are yours.
Yeah.
Just be you. Be unique. Don't be put in a box with a label and a lot of fucking bollocks put around you.
Yeah.
Enjoy who you are.
And avoid mankinis and Viagra. There's no better way to end it than that, surely. Right, hey, mate, much love. Appreciate you coming on. Great talking to you as always. And stay tuned, guys. There's going to be more to come. And this is Smudger. And this is
Thank you.
Wall Sharpening, guys. Take it easy. Ta-da, guys.
Good, bro. Bye.